time crunch a bit, so I apologize. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Well, we're actually gonna wrap with this one. DOECHII. So DOECHII is responding to people calling her industry plant, and DOECHII has put up, well, she dropped a song with SZA, and in her new song, she seemingly has addressed Aiden Ross, Joe Budden. I don't even know, maybe me, but she's definitely addressing people who she's considered as haters who have maybe continued this theory that she is a industry plant. Okay, DOECHII seemingly addresses Aiden Ross' comments about the industry plant narrative in her song "Girl Get Up with SZA." It says all that industry plant shit is whack. I see it on the blogs. I see you on the chart. I see you in the chats. You suck every rap nigga dick from the back. But what's the agenda when the it girl is black? So that seems to be at Aiden, and clearly she's almost like insinuating, Aiden, you racist. Okay? But what's the agenda when the it girl is black? Y'all can't fathom that I worked this hard, and y'all can't fathom that I earned this chart. These niggas is misogynistic. I'll address it on the album. For now, let's sink into the fact that hate don't make you powerful. Okay? Yeah. Now, DOECHII, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never in my history of covering the music business had a industry plant admit they were industry plant, because to the artist you wouldn't seem like an industry plant. Now, it's really one of two things, and I don't want to just belittle anything you've ever done. It is completely a possibility that you have a audience that maybe the likes of me, Joe Budden, and Aiden Ross. And by the way, I don't like how they when things like this happen, they try to lump all of us as like, yo, you guys just don't fuck with this type of stuff. It's almost like it's like they typecast us, right? So maybe there's a world where DOECHII is just really popular and she's really beloved in a world that we're just not in tune with. And the lack of being in touch with that type of world, we think that her accolades are not with merit. We think it's given, it's bought, it's paid for. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think both of them, two things could be true. If you ask me, I do think DOECHII has a audience. Now, you have industry plants with no audience. I do think DOECHII has a audience. Now, is that audience more inflated? I would say yes. Because when I hear about her, remember the YouTube stat was like, oh, she's the most listened to YouTube. They make it seem like she's bigger than what I believe she is on a mainstream level. So I'm not saying she don't got no audience, but they try to make it seem like she's bigger than what she is. Okay? Now, the second thing after, okay, do I think she has an audience, is, I'm going to be honest with you, DOECHII, what gives off plant vibes is when, a general newcomer like yourself gets given all the accolades at these award shows. Nicki Minaj has been in this goddamn game for 20 years. I don't think they still ain't give her a Grammy. They still ain't want to acknowledge. It took decades for them to acknowledge Nas in the way he should be acknowledged. It took a while. So when a chick that comes in that people are skeptical about her organic grassroots upbringing and maybe how big her audience is, because it looks a little sketchy, like she has an audience, but is it that pervasive? And then this person wins all the fucking awards, like sweeps everything. Like she's basically, the establishment says to her, you're the best thing ever. Take all these awards. You're better than everybody else. It's going to give plant vibes. So I don't want to discourage a young black woman like DOECHII who is working, I would hope, to legitimize in the eyes of many doubters and detractors about her art. So I want to encourage her. But I do want her to understand that it's coming from a place of not just necessarily hate. And maybe she thinks, oh, man, it's the niggas that don't fuck with Kendrick that's saying it. No. I think people are genuinely curious and confused how all of a sudden you have came out the gate to a position where you're winning all the accolades. You seem to have this huge audience despite people really knowing your catalog beyond a few songs that to some they might call elevator music, because it's not like it's like so pervasive. So it's going to come across as hate. And I'm not going to lie. I understand you taking aim, and I don't have a problem with you taking aim at Aiden Ross, or even if you did take aim at me, because when Aiden Ross said his comments about you, it felt a little bit mean-spirited. Felt like, you know, he was putting you down. Number one, Aiden isn't racist, but he felt like he was putting you down because maybe out of ignorance. Like, who the heck is this? You may have used the B word. It's like, who the heck is this? But I don't believe it's because you're the it girl that's black. I think there's a lot of, and I hope DOECHII doesn't have this Meg Thee Stallion syndrome. You know what the Meg Thee Stallion syndrome is? She can't believe that people don't like her as much as she think people should. And and she turns that into, oh, y'all are just hating. So if DOECHII could understand that, she'd realize that there's still some more work to do. There's still some more work to do. Take it as a challenge. Keep it going. But this idea that, you know, and she said she's going to get into it more in the album, that everybody's going to be just over this industry plant thing. No, DOECHII, people think you're a plant because you have plant tendencies. You win all the award shows. Like, yo, people have heard either a handful or maybe none of your songs, yet you seem to be the most, like, overhyped. We're seeing things that would normally take an artist 10 years. You're doing it out the gate. And then usually the thing about hip hop is that you could feel a movement. You could feel something that's happening around you, whether you're into that song or you're into that shit at all. And the thing with DOECHII is we can't really pinpoint it. And that's the problem. Okay? DOECHII, I'm wishing you luck. I'm hoping for the best for you. But I will say that abundantly, you know, these questions that people have for you aren't just based in hate or people not liking you because you're a black woman. And please don't turn into that. There's a few artists that they then blame any shortcoming on, oh, it's just because people don't like dark-skinned women. Don't do that. But I will say, I hope she takes it as a challenge. There's more work to do. I'm not offended by what she said here. She's allowed to pop her shit when people say shit about her. But I hope she realizes it's not just hate, but you got much more work to do. People think you're a plant, not because they hate, but because they're confused. Okay? Chat, I got an appointment I got to get to. I got to go meet up with some people. And I unfortunately do got to run. I love y'all. And I want to say thank y'all for tuning in today. I didn't get to all my topics, but we will make up for it tomorrow. So I apologize for that. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Till next time, until tomorrow. We're at the end of the year. We didn't even do none of the wrap-up stuff today, so we're going to be limited on topics, and we got to do wrap-up tomorrow for the end of the year. Okay, chat, I'm sorry. I know it's only a 3 hour and 20-minute stream, but I will see y'all tomorrow. All right? I love y'all. Catch y'all tomorrow.